This is L, and I have a message for the second world. In my last post, I was talking about Mr. M's associated SL Press Group. L quotes, "Mr. M's strategy is too obvious. The ownership guarantees the power over all members in the group. In this way, Mr. M created an interesting exit strategy in case his empire falls. Imagine a famous magazine would criticize one of his matter. Mr. M only needs to push the button, eject the member, and send out a notice to brand the former member as a liar." L posted a link to the official press release about the RUNWAY Magazine drama. You will find the link below. How do you read this official press release, and what strategy is implicated by Mr. M? L thinks, as shown before, Mr. M owns a group which is called Associated SL Press. He got this together with Mr. L, who is also owner of his other groups. But with this Mr. L, what do you think? He obviously isn't as famous as Mr. M, but L asks himself now why. As owner of the Associated SL Press Group and all other groups of Mr. M, Mr. L never appears on the surface. L thinks this is strange. But back to the Associated SL Press Group and the RUNWAY Magazine drama. In this group, Mr. M and Mr. L bring together all the persons needed for building up opinions. If you take a closer look at the involved parties, you'll see quite obviously who runs the discussions. Bloggers. Bloggers are a very uncontrollable factor because they are individuals, and individuals usually think on their own. That is why Mr. M has to bundle them in a group which is under self-surveillance. A very good tool to pit them against each other. Maybe they are aware of it, or maybe not. L thinks, why does Mr. M offer to help out the RUNWAY Magazine? Mr. M's strategy is following. Since the RUNWAY is connected to a drama and obviously it's about money again, all involved parties will take it as such an act of kindness. Mr. M is offering to save all the jobs and to rescue the good name of the brand. Very social indeed. But let's take a closer look to the accusation made by the former CEO of the RUNWAY Magazine against Mr. M. It says, Maggie Mahoney just made a press release accusing BOSL to have taken advantage of the RUNWAY staff by quickly moving to get the magazine. Read it again. It says, by quickly moving. L thinks Maggie Mahoney is probably right, until the irregularities in between the leadership of the RUNWAY Magazine are not solved with their own staff, and no other CEO should interfere then in those matters, even not Mr. M. And as expert of marketing and advertising, he should know about how to take over another company with a clean cut. And this one was quite dirty. But how does Mr. M now get out of there? Right. He will hand around the responsibility to someone else in his network, and with a closer look he will find someone who will do him a favor and who probably is involved into the matter of the RUNWAY Magazine. Clever, Mr. M. And then it should be someone who knows about the facts and the organization of the company. This is the point where Mr. M already won the whole game by manipulation. Checkmate. Mr. M will get out of the whole matter with the Wild West. His blogger friend owns now all responsibilities, of course, prepares the overtaking of the RUNWAY. And this works like this. Maggie Mahoney resigned from RUNWAY and left it to her staff with full permissions to do as they pleased. Therefore, Maggie Mahoney has no longer any rights over RUNWAY Magazine nor logos and should not be heard in any future decision-making. Well, in case of success, Mr. M will own a new company and isn't in need to stain his vest nor pay the blogger friend for his so-called hard work of overtaking. In case of failure, Mr. M can deny everything and blame his blogger friend for the whole matter. Resistance of the blogger friend in this case is hopeless. Mr. M will kindly ask to hand over everything. In case of complications, Mr. M will rely on all things he has done to promote his blogger friend, or just push the eject button and brand the former member via all media channels as liar who wanted to harm the community. Game over. Sincerely,